So former cruiserweight champion and current boxing TV pundit on Sky Sports, Johnny Nelson, has come out in an interview and said that he would be willing to step in and fight Marco Huck, because Marco Huck is attempting to break Johnny Nelson's record for cruiserweight world title defenses. And Johnny Nelson says, who better for Marco Huck to attempt to break that record against than the person who holds the record, which is Johnny Nelson. I don't know if Johnny Nelson is serious. I don't know if it's just tongue-in-cheek from him. I didn't see the interview video. I've just read this interview on boxingscene.com. But if he is serious, I think he is. I mean, maybe Sky Sports ain't paying him enough. That's what's going through my head. Maybe they ain't paying him enough. I think he's deluded. This guy's been out of the ring for what, 10 years? Johnny Nelson just recently, for those of you who don't know, he had a hip replacement operation. Now, it is true that Johnny Nelson keeps himself in good condition. The guy's still in great shape. But being in great shape in terms of not having a lot of body fat is one thing. But getting in the ring at world level with the best guy or one of the best guys in the division after 10 years off, when you're damn near 50 years old and you're coming off a hip replacement surgery. It was some type of hip operation anyway. I believe hip replacement or some type of hip operation. Coming off major surgery, and you expect to go in there and actually beat this guy? I mean, I don't see it. I think he would get destroyed by Marco Huck if he stepped back in the ring now. If you go back to the old Johnny Nelson in his prime, him and Marco Huck is a good fight. And I'd probably favor Johnny Nelson in that fight. But after all these years off, without being in any fights, at nearly 50 years old, you know, some guys take 10 years off, like George Foreman took 10 years off. But when Foreman came back, he wasn't fighting world level opposition right away. He was fighting journeyman. Initially, he was fighting a whole heap of journeymen just to get back in the swing of things. And eventually he stepped up to world level. It was a gradual process. And when Foreman came back, he was only 38. He wasn't pushing 50. So I just can't see it with Johnny Nelson. I can't see how this guy could get in the ring and beat Marco Huck or even be competitive, to be honest with you. I think it's a very, very, very bad idea if that actually did take place. Nelson said he needs 6 months to prepare. To be honest with you, he could prepare for 6 years and it wouldn't be enough time. I just think it's ridiculous. But maybe he's just talking tongue-in-cheek. Johnny Nelson is a very, humorous, mischievous type of character away from Sky Sports. When you see the real Johnny Nelson, he's a mischievous kind of guy. So maybe he's just talking tongue-in-cheek and he don't really mean it. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Do you think Nelson is serious? And if he is serious, do you think that Marco Huck would take up that offer, that opportunity? And how would you see Johnny Nelson faring against Marco Huck? Like I say, to me, I just think it's ridiculous. I think Huck could destroy him at this stage. But if you feel different, let me know in the comment section below. I know The Wire has also done a video about this, and he gives Nelson a good chance against Marco Huck. But again, he might not be aware that Nelson has had surgery recently, major surgery. And did he really take into account the fact that Nelson is nearly 50 years old? I don't know, but that's how I feel about it. Let me know how you feel. Drop your comments below. This is Hatman. I'm out.